Alison. Yes. Alison on Alpha Flight, being a drama kid, what is the funniest drama school/drama class story you're able to tell on Desert Bus?
Ooh. Oh my God.
Oh, you're able to tell on Desert Bus? Dear God.
Okay.
Good luck, Alison.
I got one.
Yeah.
I got one. This is the most frustrating thing that's ever happened to me in my entire life. I
lived for this.
Okay, this was my junior year of theater school. And so the way that acting school works is that your finals and your like your like term tests are scenes that you perform with a scene partner, or sometimes they're monologues. And this was our this was like one of the major like performance scenes that we had this quarter that this class was happening. And I was paired up with this gal, and we were doing Molière scenes. So Molière is like very silly, farcical French. Everything is the 1800s, and oh no, lots of people kissing other people. It's very silly. And one of the things that happened in the scene I was supposed to be doing is that my character swipes a drink from my scene partner and then downs it in one shot, right?
Okay.
So to set the stage, this our exams. So these scenes are happening at like 9 a.m. in the morning on like a Tuesday, like first thing up. And so I'm, up bright and early, and I'm like ready to go. Show up at the classroom so we can all do our scenes. And my scene partner arrives, and so usually when you do a scene on stage with alcohol in it, you use like iced tea or something. And so my scene partner's there, and she holds up a bottle of Maker's Mark and says, "Hey, I brought this for us." And so me, being a grade A, not very on it at 9 a.m. person, I'm like, okay, cool. That's full of iced tea. Let's do this. And so we start doing the scene. It's going really good. I'm getting into the flow of it. And my scene partner pours herself a drink. I swipe the drink, and it gets to like about here. And I smell that it's absolutely whiskey. It's a firm 4 ounces of whiskey at 9 a.m. in the morning.
Good.
In front of me is all of my peers, like 30 people in this class, the like very sweet elderly professor, like taking notes. And I'm thinking, I got to commit to the action. Like, I can't just not do this if I've already started. I have to take the shot. And so at 9 a.m. in the morning on a Tuesday, I am a very small person. I drank 4 ounces of straight whiskey, one go, and I was immediately tanked, like just immediately drunk. There was another 8 minutes left in the scene, and I did my best to just like keep going, and like, it's time to perform for my grade. Here we go. Here's a joke I memorized. Ha 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 ha. And like, I was very obviously toasted. And after we were done, my partner was like, great job, I guess. And she went away, and I went over to my friends, and they were like, was that real? And I was like, and like really, really feeling terrible. I ended up getting a C on that scene. And my professor began by giving us the notes. It started in a really great place, and then about halfway in, it just went to bus. What happened? And I said, I got drunk. Can I please have that accounted into my score? And she said, no. Good luck next time. And that was it. I got a C. It sucked. Anyway, so that's my favorite goofy story, and I'm really happy that I never have to do another thing for a grade at 9 a.m. ever again. It stinks.
Holy. What the hell?
I'm kind of mad at that teacher for you for not taking that into account. Of like, hey, I didn't know it was going to be alcohol didn't want to break the scene.
Oh yeah, no, she was intense. I'm not mad at her because she was always kind of a hard bus. So like, that's how
I'm a little more upset with your fellow performer who got to that level and decided to bring in booze and straight pour it for you.
Oh yeah, it's been 10 years. I haven't forgotten. Yeah.
No, that's not cool. Either they missed a note somewhere, or they're in a bus hole, and
they might just be stupid. They might have thought it would be funny.
That's in the missed a note, I guess, kind of. Like, they just didn't realize what it would do.
Allison, I hope that, 30 years from now, you're walking around and you see somebody across the street just absolutely eat bus. Just wipe the hell out. And as they're like realizing they have knocked out a tooth, I hope you see your former scene partner scrabbling on the ground for that incisor.
I would never be one to hold grudges, but sometimes things make for a good story 10 years down the line.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've got happier stories than that.
I don't actually have hexing powers, but if there's any justice in the universe overall, she's definitely gonna, or they are definitely gonna twist something at some point.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm trying to think of like fun theater stories now.
Would you like me to tell one to give you a little time?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So the very first back in university, I went to 4 different colleges to get the kind of theater experience that I wanted because I'm an idiot. So one of the schools that I was doing, it was my very, very first time. It was my very first time choreographing a fight, like choreographing fights. And it was a musical number because we were doing, in university, it's like, we're going to do Shakespeare, and it's going to be set in the future, or the 1950s, or blah, 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 blah. It's a very popular thing. So we were doing As You Like It, and I was doing a intro fight, like the fight, to the thing. And it was originally supposed to be in shadow behind a big screen. So I planned the whole thing, and then it changed, and it kept changing, and it kept changing as the school realized, oh, we don't have the budget for any of that, so we're going to keep changing it. And it was the very first thing that I had to do. So I had to replan this fight 85,000 times. That's not the story. The story is that the fight was set to beats to the song Mambo Italiano. And I counted. I have listened to this song over 5,000 times. Every time I hear it now, I can't even hear it now, and I'm going to ask, even as a lark, because it will just no, don't play this, engineering, please, I beg you. It just makes my shoulders tight. Like my whole back wants to just jump out of my body, and my spine wants to run away. It will give me terrible poops for days. I cannot listen to this song anymore, ever again. I hear 2 notes of it, and I instantly have a deep and physical reaction because it was so bad and such a terrible experience, but it went off without a hitch, and I got a fantastic grade because nobody else in the school could do any fight choreography, and it was great, but Mambo Italiano can go bust itself into the sun for all I care. Kathleen, you had your hand up, sorry?
Engineering is far too busy to play Mambo Italiano, so you're safe. So
not
I'm going to hum it for
Anytime. You. No, that's cool. That's all right. That's good. I'm fine. Oh. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. That is such a kind offer. No, thank you, though. That's so kind. Kathleen, I said nice things about you earlier, and I meant them very much. Please no. Oh, God.
I mean,
this is your revenge.
I haven't heard the song, so I'm not sure, actually, if I can hum it. So, but I'll get back to you. Don't worry. I'll let you know.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
In my brain, you just choreographed a fight to Mambo number 5 because that's the closest analog I've got.
I would love to choreograph a fight to Mambo number 5. That would be amazing. I would love that. So there's one of my theater stories. Back to you, Allison.
Is that it? Is that how it goes, Jacob?
No.